Nigeria para-athletes have put the disappointment of the postponement of the Tokyo 2020 Paralympics behind them and are now focusing on showcasing their talent in Japan next year if everything goes according to plan. However, they are preparing for the Games under challenging conditions, as CGTN's Deji Badmus now reports.
This was late last year when the country's para-athletes were preparing for the final stages of their qualifiers for the Tokyo 2020 Paralympics. But a couple of months later, the coronavirus pandemic broke out, leading to the cancellation of all sporting activities across the world, including the Paralympic Games. In Nigeria, even the stadium where the athletes train has remained short ever since.
Due to the fact that I've even prepared myself for the Paralympics, so I feel so sad for the Paralympics to be postponed.
OJELEYE is one of Nigeria's top para-athletes. He was among those getting ready for the final Tokyo 2020 qualifiers before the pandemic broke out. He's been keeping fit at home under the sporting lockdown, with his Paralympics dream still alive.
I'm trying all my best to make the target, to make the standard for the Paralympic next year. So we're preparing ourselves, we're trying our best to make sure that I make the time for the Paralympic.
Like OJELEYE, the captain of the national wheelchair racing team, AKANNI JELILI, cannot wait to resume full training.
Though we are not really started training proper because of the situation of the teams, but individually and with the coach, we still do some training.
Being a para-athlete in Nigeria is tough. Funding for para-sports is quite abysmal, and athletes often train under difficult conditions to make it to national and international competitions.
For example, now you can compare $8,000 wheelchair with $2,000 wheelchair. So we don't have the facilities. They have all the facilities to meet up the standard and all that. Like we are an African, we have power, we have everything. But the major problem is the facility and equipment.
We don't have all these important things we need for special training, like special sport facilities for training. Because the only way we can train wheelchair race, either on track or on road. But in Nigeria, there's no better road, let me use that way, and there's no safe place to tell an athlete to be on a wheelchair and start running all over the street.
Even in the face of the daunting challenges, the athletes are forging ahead. For OJELEYE, nothing will stand in his way of accomplishing his lifelong dream.
My dream is, number one, to be at the Paralympic, number one, and number two, to my target, my number one target is to have a medal. And I'm sure by the grace of God and by hard working, it's going to come true.
The wheelchair racer and basketball player is determined to bring honor and pride to his country and himself against all odds. Deji, Badmus, CGTN, Lagos, Nigeria.